Hey boos, hey, it is your girl, the Rising Phoenix Empath, coming at you from Maryland. And I want to jump on real quick. And today's topic, I don't know, this is just for mothers, right? Because I'm very overprotective of my children, specifically my son, right? Because he needs me more. For those of you who follow me and for those of you who know, I have a special needs son diagnosed with autism. He's 17 years old. He's nonverbal, right? And so he started a new school last week. I had to pull him out. This is another story, and I'm going to give you a story time on this as well, but not now. So he's back in Prince George's County schools, which by far is the best county with resources for children diagnosed with autism or for children on the spectrum. Okay, for me and my son, for him specifically, it's best that he is not integrated with typical children. I don't feel that is a safe environment. As a matter of fact, it's not about how I feel. Last year proved that environment is just not safe for him. Okay, so long story short, he's back in Prince George's County schools. Things have been great. He's going a full day. I can just tell things are going really well, right? So it's been a little stressful though, right? Because the transportation situation. So I drop him off in the morning, right? And then his dad has been picking him up in the afternoon after school. And so he goes to a center after school so that I can finish up work. Then I'm going to go and grab him after I'm done, right, at the center. Well, so that I won't have to keep ripping and running and, logging off for work, the center goes to pick him up from school, takes him back to the center, right? And then from there, I'll pick him up or his dad will pick him up. That's the process. So today was the first day of us. It was like a dry run of us going through this process. So I have been calling people, when I dropped him off this morning, he was super tired. This past weekend was his weekend with his dad. And his dad, when I picked him up last night, his dad was like, he hardly slept the weekend at all. And I'm like, and sometimes I don't know what's going on. Sometimes it's like that where he doesn't sleep for a day or two, right? So he had that kind of weekend, right? He was in really good spirits, really good mood, really silly mood. Today, he was so tired. I felt so bad taking him to school, but he has to know that, you know what, the day gonna go on, life gonna go on. When you don't go to bed like you supposed to, life gonna go on, buddy. So you better get your rest, right? So anyway, I've been in communication with the school. I've been in communication with the center that he goes to, and I even want the person's number who picks him up with the center van. Right? And I know that to a lot of people, oh, that's overbearing. Oh, she doing too much. No. And let me explain why. Now, this specifically is for younger children and children who are very vulnerable, right? Children who are special needs, children who don't have a voice of their own, right? Children that if the van or the bus dropped them off at an incorrect location, couldn't speak up and say, hey, this is not where I'm supposed to go. Right? So I'm making sure I'm in contact with people. And so parents, I say this to say all of this, right? Because I know that people think I'm a lot. And I know that people think that I do the most. And guess what? I do. Because you got to know that concerning him, there's accountability. There is a level of accountability, and I urge all parents of special needs children to carry it like this. right? I trust the people that that he's in school with now. I trust the center that he goes to. All of that. So no, I don't think anything would happen intentionally, right? But people, human error. People make mistakes, right? And so just to make sure, I'm on the phone. I'm calling people to make sure he's where he needs to be, because in the event he's not where he's supposed to be, he can't pick up a phone and tell me nothing. He couldn't even tell the people that are dropping him off that, hey, this is not the right stop. Right? And we hear it all the time about how a kid was dropped off at the wrong spot. And these are typical kids being dropped off at the wrong spot. So I'm just going to make sure that this process is seamless. And for the special needs parents, I want to say something, because our kids have long days. Our kids have longer days because they're in school for 6 hours, right? 6 to 7 hours they in school. Now, oftentimes from school, because they can't go home, open the door by themselves and watch themselves, right? They need support, right? They need somebody who is going to watch them. And my son needed a set of eyes on him at all times, right? So after the 6, 7 hour school day, they then have a few hours at the center so that parents can finish working and they can get off work and get their kids, and they're not having to miss work, right? So this is what this does. This is aftercare, basically. Because when you have a special needs kids, aftercare stops when they're what? In like 3rd, 4th grade. And when they're in the 5th grade, they could walk, their latchkey kids. They could walk home, open the door, and you could call them, make sure they made it in okay. And they're watching cartoons, and they're eating that peanut butter and jelly sandwich you put in the refrigerator for them. That's not my situation. That's not how it's going down here, right? So after school, he goes to a center, and the center, they watch him and they care for him. They keep him engaged. They have fun with him, and he has a good day. So my son could have, I dropped him off at 7 something this morning. So it's now 3 in the afternoon. I don't get off until 5:30 Eastern time. So that's a long day, right? And I'm going to go pick him up as soon as I get off, and that'll be it. But I'm urging parents, if you have a special needs kid and your kid is having a 7 to 12 hour day, and you go that full day without any communication with anybody, and you're just crossing your fingers and hoping that day's going okay, I'm going to challenge you to get more involved and to communicate a little bit more. You don't have to communicate with everybody that will have their hands on him. You don't have to do that. But even if you call, you drop him off at school, so maybe you don't have to call a school, okay? I did today only because I knew how tired he was, and I wanted to make sure he was having a good day, because that could spill over into a behavior, which can spill over into a whole incident, right? So I did call a school, and then I called the center because I just want to make sure that bus got him and he's there safely. Everything's going seamless. I want to make sure that the support he has at the center can handle him and that he's having a good day. I just want to make sure. And I want to tell all the special needs parents, be in their face. It's okay. I don't care what people think about me. It is our job and duty to advocate and protect our children. And we entrust people with our kids. I trust them and I love these people, right? But people make mistakes, and I'm never going to go a 7-hour day, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-hour day and not know that my child is where he is supposed to be. I'm not going to wait until I pick him up to see that, oh, he okay. No. I'm going to call. Did he make it to the center? Okay, cool. All right, I'll see you when I get there. I'm one of them. And I'm going to be one of them. And you get used to it. I think that if you're not like that, something's wrong. Just my opinion. So be in their face, be an advocate, and don't care what people think about it.